So in today's video, I'm going to bring you guys my Sky Bet League 1 playoff predictions. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know your score predictions for this game and for all these games really, and who do you think will be promoted out of League 1. Obviously, we know Ipswich and Plymouth Argyle were promoted automatically, with Plymouth ending up with over 100 points in the end. Some absolutely outstanding seasons. Sheffield Wednesday missing out on automatic promotion. Barnsley had a very good season, but recently have been a little bit inconsistent. Peterborough have had a very good resurgence, is that the right word, under Darren Ferguson, and then Bolton have just been consistent throughout the whole season, and they also find themselves in the playoff spot. We're going to be previewing both legs for the semi-finals, and I'm going to be giving you a score prediction for that, and then we'll go through into the final, who I think will be promoted into the championship. So make sure to drop a like on there for me, subscribe if you are new as well, and let's get into it. So if we start out then with Friday's match between Peterborough United and Sheffield Wednesday, this one will be kicking off at 8 o'clock. If we have a look then at how both teams' season ended, starting out with Peterborough United, they ended up finishing 6th in the table after 46 games. They got 24 wins, 5 draws, 17 defeats, 75 goals scored, 54 goals conceded, which leaves them on a positive 21 goal difference and 77 points. Their last couple of matches then were a win, a draw, a loss, a win and a loss. Them last couple of matches then being a 2-0 win away at Barnsley, a 0-0 draw at home to Bristol Rovers, a 3-0 defeat at home to Ipswich Town, a 2-1 win away at Accrington Stanley, and a 2-0 defeat away at Cambridge United. If we compare that then to Sheffield Wednesday, they ended up finishing the season 3rd in the table. After 46 games, they got 28 wins, 12 draws, 6 defeats, 81 goals scored, 37 goals conceded, which leaves them on a positive 44 goal difference and 96 points. Their last couple of matches then were a win, win, and a loss. Them last couple of matches then being a 1-0 win at home to Derby County. That did obviously see Derby fall out of the playoffs on the final day. I think I'm right in saying in Peterborough weren't inside the top 6 all season until game week 46, and that is obviously where it all matters. They also had a 3-0 win away at Shrewsbury, a 2-1 win at home to Exeter City, a 2-1 win away at Bristol Rovers, and a 3-2 defeat away at Burton and Albion. If we actually have a look at how both sides got on against one another this season, Peterborough in the home fixture won that 2-0 back on the 16th of August before Sheffield Wednesday won at, what's the stadium called? Hillsborough, that's the one. On the 4th of March, they got a 1-0 victory in that game. In terms of a score prediction for the first leg, I actually think Peterborough are going to get the job done in the first leg. I think Peterborough will win that one 2-1 in my opinion. In the second leg then, that one will be played on Thursday the 18th of May, again with an 8 o'clock kickoff. I think with it being at Hillsborough, with how good Sheffield Wednesday have been at home so far this season, I can only see them getting the win in this one. I think they'll win 2-0, which would obviously see Sheffield Wednesday progress through into the League 1 playoff final against either Bolton or Barnsley. Obviously, Peterborough have been very good under Darren Ferguson. Players like Johnson Clark-Harris and Ephraim Mason-Clark have really come to life, especially under Darren Ferguson, but I think Wednesday will just have too much of the quality in that Wednesday squad. I mean, the fact they finished on, was it 93 points, something like that in the end? 96, my apology, and didn't get automatic promotion is absolutely crazy. It's a bit like Notts County, isn't it, in the National League? If they don't end up getting promoted, that just proves how hard the playoffs really are, because it's not about how consistent you are over 46 games. It is cup football. It's a completely different animal, and Sheffield Wednesday are going to need to be on their A game. They're going to need their big players to show up, and if Sheffield Wednesday perform like their maximum, at like what they can do over the 2 legs, I think they absolutely walk away with the game, run away with the game really, because I think their squad is significantly better than Peterborough's. As much as Peterborough have got some really good individual players, I think Sheffield Wednesday's squad is much better, and you can see that why they ended up finishing 19 points ahead of them. But in my opinion, I think over the 2 legs, it will be Sheffield Wednesday who progress through into the League 1 playoff final. Like I say, in the first leg, I think Peterborough will win 2-1, but in the second leg, I think Sheffield Wednesday will win 2-0, and that obviously sees Sheffield Wednesday progress through with a 3-2 aggregate. Into the other tie then, this one features Bolton Wanderers and Barnsley FC. The first game is played on Saturday the 13th of May with a 3 o'clock kickoff. This one is at Bolton Wanderers. If we have a look then at how both sides ended the League 1 campaign, Bolton Wanderers finished 5th in the table after 46 games. They got 23 wins, 12 draws, 11 defeats, 62 goals scored, only 36 goals conceded, which is the second best in the league. Only Ipswich had conceded less, and it was only one less, so tells you how good Bolton's defence has been so far this season. That left them not on a positive 26 goal difference and 81 points. The last couple of matches then were a win, a loss, a win, and a draw. Them last couple of matches then being a 3-2 win away at Bristol Rovers, a 2-0 win at home to Fleetwood Town, a 1-0 defeat at home to Accrington Stanley, a 1-0 win at home to Shrewsbury Town, and a 1-1 draw away at Burton Albion. If we compare that then to Barnsley FC, they finished 4th in the table. After 46 matches, they got 26 wins, 8 draws, 12 defeats, 80 goals scored, 47 goals conceded, which leave them on a positive 33 goal difference and 86 points. They were guaranteed to finish 4th for a fair few game weeks, to be fair, because obviously they were never really going to catch Sheffield Wednesday, and Bolton were never really going to catch Barnsley. But obviously Barnsley's form coming into the playoffs is not great at all. Their last 3 matches are a loss, a draw, and a loss. The 2 before that are a win and a draw. Them last couple of games then being a 2-0 defeat at home to Peterborough United, a 4-4 draw away at MK Dons. I believe MK Dons were 4-1 up in that game. I think I'm right in saying that. They also had a 3-0 defeat at home to Ipswich Town, a 2-0 win at home to Oxford United, and a 0-0 draw away at Lincoln City. If you have a look then how both sides have got on against one another so far this season, in the game at the University of Bolton Stadium back on the 15th of October 2022, they did finish in a 0-0 draw. They actually played each other in the FA Cup this season, first round on the 5th of November, again at the University of Bolton Stadium, where Barnsley came away with 2-1 winners in that game. Before the final match of the season so far, at least, was on the 2nd of January at Oakwell. Bolton came away from that game with a 3-0 win, but that also, you got to take into account that Mads Andersen was sent off on the 10th minute. So you can understand why Bolton run away with that one, with how good Andersen has been so far this season. Losing him in the 10th minute is obviously not going to help your case, really, when you're playing against a side as good as Bolton Wanderers. Into my score predictions then for this tie. Starting out with the match at the University of Bolton Stadium. I actually think Bolton will come away with the win in this one. I think home advantage is always absolutely crucial in the playoffs. I think Bolton will come away from that one with a 1-0 home win. Into the second leg then, that will be played on Friday the 19th of May with an 8 o'clock kickoff. Obviously that will be at Oakwell. I think Barnsley will get the win in that one. I do think again it will be very tight. I think Barnsley will win 2-1 on the night, which obviously leaves it on aggregate to be 2-2. So that will take it to extra time and then potentially penalties, but I actually think Barnsley will win in extra time. I think it will end 3-1 on the night. Obviously that leaves it to be 3-2 on aggregate, and it would see Barnsley progress through into the League One playoff final against fellow South Yorkshire side Sheffield Wednesday. That is certainly not going to be one that the police are going to enjoy for that one. But if this does happen, then that will be played on Monday the 29th of May with a 3 o'clock kickoff. Sheffield Wednesday versus Barnsley. If that does happen, let me know down in the comment section down below who do you think would win out of that. I actually think after 90 minutes it will finish as a 1-1 draw. Then in extra time I think both teams are going to score again, and it will finish as a 2-2 draw after extra time, which would see it progress through into penalties. I genuinely think either side could win this. In my opinion, I don't think Peterborough have too much of a chance of going up. Bolton have a good chance because of how good their defensive record is, but if they don't score the goals and they maybe concede a sloppy goal, I can see them just missing out. Barnsley are a very good side, but can they hit their form that they've been having recently? I'm not really too sure. And obviously Sheffield Wednesday have been outstanding this season, but the odd few wobbles. I do think Sheffield Wednesday though will be promoted. I think they will win on penalties, and I think we will see them back in the Championship next season. Like I mentioned, this is just a bit of fun. Don't take my predictions too seriously, because obviously I'm not a League One fan. My club don't play in League One, as I'm sure you can tell by the shirt that I'm wearing, so it's understandable if maybe my ball knowledge isn't as good as, obviously, if you are a fan of one of these clubs. You have to let me know down in the comment section down below who do you support and how confident you are going into these playoff semi-finals and then potential playoff final as well. But that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road 7,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Drop a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. Who do you think will win at the Sky Bet League One playoffs? Thank you very much for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all tomorrow for either my Championship or my League 2 playoff predictions. I'm not really too sure which one we're going to do as of right now, but either way, I'll see you all tomorrow for another one. Peace.